Day 17 of our chronological Bible in a Year reading plan. Today we were at Genesis 16 through 18, and we saw Abram take the promise that God gave him yesterday that he would have a child and become a mighty nation. And Sarai was like, you know what? This is taking too long. We've been in Canaan 10 years. Take my slave, have a child through her. We'll consider it ours. And Abram, being a warm-blooded man, was like, deal, let's make it happen. Hagar got pregnant. Sarai freaked out, even though it was her idea. She blamed Abram, started to mistreat her slave with Abram's blessing. Slave runs away. God promises, through your child, a mighty nation will rise, but it's not the nation I promised Abram. Theologians, historians believe they can track the Islamic faith through this child. Whether that's historically valid, I have no idea. That's not my field of study. But then we get to see God reiterate his promise to Abram. And this is where God changes Abram's name to Abraham and Sarai's name to Sarah. And he says, no, Sarah will have a child. You will name him Isaac. He will be the father of these great nation. He will be the one that leads to these kings and that the earth will be blessed through. And this is reiterated later as 3 visitors come who get some amazing Abrahamic hospitality. And they reiterate, hey, in a year's time, your wife will have a child. And Sarah at this time, I guess, hears it, and she kind of mocks them and says, what? How could someone as old as I? And their response is anything too great for God? If God can make the universe, he can make someone well beyond childbearing years have a child. And she has this moment of doubt. And it's not her first. We see time and time again in these 3 chapters that Abraham and Sarah are flawed people, but yet God uses them to bring about the only unflawed person ever. Because through their line comes Jesus Christ, God incarnate, God in the flesh. Tomorrow we get to see what happens to Sodom and Gomorrah. That was the end of 18, where Abram is like, hey, are you really going to destroy this town? What if there's 50, 45, 40, 30, 20 people? Won't you spare a city for the sake of the righteous? And God's like, yes, there are 20 righteous. I will spare the city. So what happens? We'll find out tomorrow. Until then, God bless.